let's do some checks. If you're not presenting, go ahead and mute your phones. That way we can monitor any noise that's coming. Make sure that you're monitoring your background. So we see I have the forest in my background. I don't think anybody's going to run through, but you want to definitely check your background to make sure that no one is going to come through and do anything embarrassing to you or crazy. So watch out for that. Use the chat feature. The chat feature is for you to ask questions if you don't want to come off mute. Now, mind you, I said if you don't want to come off mute because this is a casual session and you can ask whatever you want, whenever you want to ask it. You can raise your hand, you can come off mute, or you can just put it in the chat. And Ms. Dresden, raise your hand, Ms. Dresden. She is there. She's going to be monitoring the chat to make sure that your voice is heard. Okay? But most of all, the most important thing is that you enjoy yourself today and that you learn something, because we all can learn something today. I know I am. All right? Okay, let's see here. Okay, so we like to start with the destination in mind. Whenever we do this session, you're gonna see this every single month. We like to know where we're going and what we're trying to do. Okay, so we start with our destination in mind, understanding what our goal is. Why are we here? What is the point of this? We're gonna spend an hour doing what? Well, this is what you're gonna do. The goal is to successfully travel the #CAP journey. What does that mean? We have a purpose, a process, and a payout. The purpose of it is to help guide you through the college admissions process. The process is that we're going to do this every month. We're going to have fun preparation sessions and mentorship. This year we are introducing a mentorship component to it. And then the payout is that you get into college. That's why we're here. That's the whole point. So there's going to be a lot of extras along the way, and hopefully you have a good time, because I know I do. All right. So first, let's go around the room and see who's here. And that way you can introduce yourself, tell us what year you are in school, and answer this question for me. So we're still in the house, bored in the house, or having a good time in the house. But regardless, where else would you want to be? If you could be anywhere right now, where would you want to be if money didn't matter, if time didn't matter, and the distance didn't take to get there? So where could you be? So I'm going to have Danielle and Dresden check out on the chat to see if anybody adds anything there, but Danielle to call out on people to share with you guys, to share with all of us where you like to be. I'll start. So I'm Kiana, I'm the host. And where would I like to be? I would like to be in Disney World. I would love to be with my family at Disney World, having a blast and enjoying the food and the rides and just the coolness that Disney is. That's me. Danielle?
For myself, I would love to go back to Paris. I would love to eat the food and just have a good time going to the galleries. There's so much history there, and it's just a beautiful place. Let's call on someone new. Let's call on Talia.
Hi, my name is Talia. I'm a sophomore, and if I could be anywhere right now, I would probably be at a beach or like Bora Bora, somewhere nice like that.
Okay, how about Ryan Bates?
Hi, I'm a junior at Paul VI, and if I could go anywhere, I would probably go to like Dubai, because it's like an island and it's very like, there's water and stuff, and I like islands and things like that.
Why don't we call on one of the adults? How about Felicia Collins?
I would say probably the beach, because unfortunately due to COVID, I wasn't able to do my English trip with the family. We usually end the summer with a beach trip, whether it's local or just a little bit further out. But we didn't get chances. Like, my feet wet here, so I was kind of bummed about that. But I would say the beach.
All right, Kiana, I'm gonna just give it back to you.
Well, I mean, before we move on, does anybody else like really want to tell us where you would like to be right now? Anyone else? Just you can use the, you can start working on using the, what is it called? The reactions. And I think you're able to raise your hand if you ever need to. That way we can practice using those.
Yeah, so if you want to see some more, how about Jarimon Citron?
It's Jarimon, but
I apologize.
it's okay. I'm a freshman, and if I could be anywhere, I would be in Hawaii, just to enjoy the view and the experience there.
Okay. And how about Tyra?
Hi, I'm a sophomore at East Lansing High School. If I could be anywhere, I would be in California because I love the lifestyle there.
All right, awesome. All right, is the raise hand feature on here? Does everyone see where the raise hand feature is? Or maybe I'm thinking about Teams. Okay, thumbs up, thank you. So, okay, put the thumbs down, and everyone can see where the thumbs up is. If you are a senior, put a thumbs up right now. Okay. Okay. All right, put your thumbs down. If you are a junior, put your thumbs up. Okay. Okay, thumbs down. Ryan, go ahead, put your thumb down. If you are a sophomore, go ahead and put your thumbs up. Okay, thumbs down. And all my freshmen. All right, thank you. I just wanted to see, thank you. All right, I just want to see who's in the room. Okay, perfect, okay. All right, so that was nice, that was nice. All right, so let's look at what we are going to do today. Today's agenda, and much like it's gonna be every month, is we are gonna have a topic of the day. We'll have an HBCU of the month that we spotlight. We're gonna have an activity, and then we're gonna go through our #CAP checklist to make sure that you are on task for getting into the college of your choice, okay? So the team that will be interfacing with you today will be Miss Sharon here, and she will in a moment give you a welcome. And then myself, I'm Miss Kiana. For those of you who don't know, I will do the moderating. Miss Danielle is there. She's the one who lets you into the room. She's the one who's changing your name and putting titles underneath your name. Miss Dresden is watching the chat. So if you say anything, she's going to interrupt and let us know that you have a question, because I might not have my eyes on it. And then Miss Felicia is going to be here today, and she's going to do some fun activity with us. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to wait and see. Okay. All right. So let's get started with Miss Sharon. I would love for you to give a welcome. Miss Sharon is our chapter president, and she's going to give you guys some words since it is the first session of the year.
Apologies. Okay, I was muted and talking at the same time. Thank you, Miss Kiana. Welcome back from summer, students, and welcome to those who are joining us for the first time. As you've already heard, that I am the president of this premier chapter of New Jersey, and my name is Miss Sharon. #CAP is also known as our college admissions process. It is the sorority signature program. So we've been charged to expose you to the tools that you can use in order to assist you with college admissions, with that college admissions process. All of the sessions are full of fun and very informative. So we want you to sit back, get ready, ask questions, and be engaged. So let's go and let's enjoy the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my gosh, the screen just jumped out at me and I wasn't ready. I just don't know where it came from. Oh my goodness. Well, it looks like Miss Felicia is going to give us a little trivia today. If you're not, make sure if you're not presenting that you go on mute because we can hear we can hear the echo. All right, so places you can go, that sounds like a Dr. Seuss book that I know I've read at one point in my life, right? So we are going to have Miss Felicia join us and let's play a little game. But can we get everyone on mute so we don't get the feedback? All right. Or Danielle, you can go ahead and handle that. So I hear myself. All right, Miss Felicia.
I'm looking for.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be here and being a part of today's session, #CAP. I am the Arts Chair, and again, I am so excited. And I just ask that if you have a piece of paper next to you, a pen, you can jot down some of these clues. It's a fun, interactive little trivia game, and just sit back and listen. See if you can guess who based on the following clues. This lead singer of an iconic band attended Tuskegee Institute, now Tuskegee University, in their hometown of Tuskegee, Alabama. An activist as well, this singer fights against breast cancer, raising over $3.1 million so far. This famous musician and composer has sold over 1 million records all over the world, making them one of the world's best-selling artists of all time.
Now, don't tell us who it is, but if you think you know, just put a thumbs up.
This singer-songwriter has a Grammy, Golden Globe, Oscar, a Kennedy Center Honors recipient, and is currently a judge on American Idol.
If you think you know, put a thumbs up. Just put a thumbs up. I'm not going to ask you, but I just want to see if at some point people are going to start to guess this. And we don't know? Oh my goodness. All right.
Wow. Some of the songs by this artist include Hello, Easy Like Sunday Morning Season, Endless Love, House, All Night Long, We Are the World, Jesus is Love, Say You, Say Me. Who could it be? All the places you'll go. Who is this HBCU alum?
Let's see if we can guess. Anyone have a clue at all who this person might be? Want to raise your hand or put a thumbs up? And if you're talking, I can't hear you.
You gotta unmute.
Lionel Richie.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay.
Correct. That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Singer, songwriter, producer, composer, and actor Lionel Richie. You are right. He's also a member of Kappa Kappa Psi, National Honor Band Society, fraternity. I'm sorry. He's also a member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. Who knew? I did that. That was something I learned. And his top 10 songs or top charted songs were Hello, All Night Long, That's What Friends Are For, and We Are the World, which he co-wrote with Michael Jackson and many others. And he was also a Tuskegee University alum.
All right. Thank you for that. Thank you for that fun brain break.
You're welcome.
So hopefully you guys learned something new, that you start out in college, you never know the places that you will go, okay? All right, so speaking of Tuskegee University, that is the university that we are going to spotlight this month, okay? So let me tell you something about Tuskegee University, and then I'm gonna play you guys some videos, All right, so Tuskegee University is a private HBCU in Tuskegee, Alabama, and it was established in 1881. I'm going to show you 2 videos to tell you a little bit about what it's like to go to Tuskegee University.
So Tuskegee University is not just a place where I'm earning my degree. I'm learning how to be bold. And I've actually gotten that feedback from previous internships.
Tuskegee has definitely helped me increase my leadership skills. Tuskegee pride is one of the biggest takeaways you get from the university. Not only are you getting a degree when you come here, but you're also going to get that pride for yourself. It's going to encourage you to excel even more and also just reach places that you've never reached before.
I love being at a small school, especially in the engineering classroom. I actually have a one-on-one relationship with my professors. They don't hesitate to take 20 to 30 minutes to explain something again.
The most valuable thing that Tuskegee students leave the university with, besides a great education, is definitely a family. Tuskegee is lovingly called Mother Tuskegee because she's like a mother. It's not easy at all times, but like a mother, she's there to nurture you along the way, whether it be your professors, fellow students, the community. They're always there to nurture you and help you to succeed. My parents met here. They've been able to have lifelong careers with their educations from Tuskegee.
Everybody's willing to lend a helping hand. If you need anything extra done, nobody is hesitant to get it done. And it's a place that I can literally call home for forever.
One more video for you. This gives you a spotlight of life outside the classroom.
There's something to do every single day, especially homecoming. It's insane on game day.
Everybody was having a great time. The students were out in the shed cheering on the football team. So it also made me really excited about joining the Marching Crimson Piper Band because they are another support system for the football team. The band also plays for the volleyball team. Sometimes we go to the baseball and softball team games as well. It is very easy to get involved here at Tuskegee University. There are so many student organizations, whether that's Student Government Association, the choir. You have clubs within your colleges. There's literally a place for everybody here at Tuskegee University.
Tuskegee is a very diverse campus. Even though Tuskegee University is a historically black college, we have different races, different cultures, from the students to the faculty.
Tuskegee University molds its students into great leaders. We learn how should we look in corporate America, how should we speak in corporate America, and things of that nature. We bring back people who work for major companies to kind of give you how they got there, what were their resources they utilized here at the university to get to their level as well.
So friends, that is Tuskegee University. And let me give you a couple facts, and then I've got some surprises for you because I actually have 3 people on the call right now who actually went to Tuskegee, and they can give you guys a firsthand account of what it's like to be not only a student, but graduated, okay? So, like I said before, Tuskegee University is in Tuskegee, Alabama, and it was established in 1881. It is one of the top 10 it's one of the top 10 HBCUs in the nation. It has about 3,000 students from all over the world, and there are over 64 degree programs. Now that includes undergraduate courses, graduate courses, and doctoral as well. They are the #1 producer of veterinary medicine doctoral candidates. And this is a part I really like a lot. It's #2 for the lowest average student debt. And I can appreciate that because it tells me that Tuskegee University cares about its students and their futures and educates them in a very responsible way so that they don't have to have all this debt. That is something to really think about when you're thinking about a school. In order to go to Tuskegee University, you need to have at least a 21 on your ACT and a 1080 on your SAT. You need to have a 3.0 GPA, a recommendation letter, an essay written,
Yes.
a $25 application fee, and if you apply by November 1st, you should be all set for the fall semester. It costs about $17,000 to go to the school, and the room and board is about $5,000. And Another really cool thing I think is so dope about Tuskegee University is the fact that they have 12 different types of scholarships that you can apply for. Now, you can go anywhere and get scholarships, but for the institution itself to have 12 scholarships that you can apply for with in-house, like that once again shows me that they absolutely care. So without further ado, let's talk to a couple of our alumni from Tuskegee University. So hello, Rashay, how are you doing?
Hello, Kiana, and hello, students. How's everybody? I'm doing wonderful.
Can you tell us about one of your best memories about attending Tuskegee University, and give us a little bit of background on yourself?
Okay. So yes, I am a proud Tuskegee graduate, and one of my, I guess, most fondest memories at Tuskegee, just besides, meeting friends from, all over the world, but, actually having roommates right now that I still am in touch with from all over. I'm originally from Montgomery, Alabama, so Tuskegee was, kind of in my neighborhood, if you will. Grew up seeing them, although in my hometown, Alabama State University was there. I didn't want to stay at home to go to school. So I decided that I wanted to go away and I wanted to have a college experience. And I was really excited to go to Tuskegee just to kind of buck my family's tradition, because most of them went to Alabama State. So I would love to be the outcast of that. But one of my fondest memories at being at Tuskegee was the opportunity to be a part of a program called MBRS. It was a Minority Biomedical Research Support Program. While I was at Tuskegee, I was a biology major and a minor in chemistry, and I had great aspirations to go to medical school. So I had the opportunity after studying with a concentration in microbiology to be a part of that research program. And I'm really proud to say that Tuskegee and Dr. John Davison at the time received this grant from Oak Ridge Laboratories in Tennessee to do DNA testing. And it was the first of its kind to do DNA extraction through a cellulose process. And so I accompanied a graduate student and along with Dr. Davison to do that research. And to fast forward with that research today is what we use to do DNA testing. So your programs that you have, like I can't think of it, like Ancestry.com and UNV23, all of those came out of the product of the research that Tuskegee Institute at the time, but Tuskegee actually started through that grant program. And that was a wonderful experience for me to be a part of. I actually published my first scientific paper with a graduate student doing that. Amazing.
Wow, that's incredible. You guys, when you're getting your questions together to ask our three panelists, get them ready, because we're going to let each one of them speak first, and then I'm going to ask you guys to ask questions. And I know you have them, so don't let me down. Miss Elise, would you mind telling us about yourself, and then also sharing why you decided to go to Tuskegee University and what that did for you? You're on mute.
Okay, on mute.
There you go. Oh, you're back on mute.
It's technology. Here we go.
Perfect.
All righty. Well, I stepped on the yard, not arrived. I stepped on the yard in September 1979, and I stepped off the yard as a proud alumni in 1984. It seems like ages ago. But I arrived from Trenton, New Jersey, and it was quite an experience because I was about 1,000 miles from home, which is what I wanted, because coming from Trenton, New Jersey in the suburbs, I was just one of, and most of my high school classes. So I wanted a different experience. I wanted to be one of, but one of 4,000. So I was one of 4,000 African Americans that attended my college. And that was wonderful because I felt a part of it, and everybody felt like family. And even now, homecoming, it's not just homecoming, it's a family reunion. It is like so awesome, and I go and meet up with my classmates. And the last homecoming, I was actually a representative of my class of 1984, and we presented $27,000 on behalf of my class. But that's part of my why. One of my most memorable experiences at Tuskegee was being part of the choir. And I was part of the choir all 5 years. Yes, it took me 5 years to get out, but I did get out, and Tuskegee was very instrumental in helping me succeed. Another thing I loved about Tuskegee, I was part of student government. I was also part of a singing group off the yard, but we also sang in the yard. But most importantly, my professors, they really helped us. I was a business major, and in my business class, there was less than 20 students in each class. As I proceeded towards the end of my Tuskegee experience, I was recruited by Delta Airlines, and right from the co-op center. So it's very important to stay in touch with co-op administrators there. But I was recruited right off the campus to work for Delta Airlines as a flight attendant. So that was my first job. Yes, 114 pounds, a little bit added right now, but but that was my first job, and it was such a wonderful experience. So I encourage you to go to Tuskegee. It was the best time of my life, one of the best times of my life. I still have friends. We still meet. It's just so awesome. It's the best experience, college life, that I could ever hope for each and every one of you.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. I just wish I could do it all over again. College is fun. So Jocelyn, Miss Jocelyn is here, and I would like for you to tell us about yourself as well, and then share some information about your Tuskegee experience.
All righty. Well, thank you so much for having me, Miss Kiana. And I graduated from Tuskegee University May of 2019. So I like to say I'm fresh out, but a lot happens in 1 year of adulting than 4 years of college. So it feels like a long time ago, but I miss Tuskegee every day. Like a couple of my other fellow alumni mentioned, it is family. Going back for homecoming is a big deal because it's the family reunion. You never do, you need it. And I still have some of the best friends that I've made to this day from Tuskegee University. I went in with my twin sister, and I quickly joined a lot of organizations that followed with my major, which was agribusiness. And I know you're thinking, agricultural business, what's that? If you want more information about that, hit me up later.
That's my girl.
But it has definitely pioneered me to just having a career outside of college and going back and thanking the professors that helped me, because it's a close-knit relationship with your professors, and it's amazing. One thing that I got involved with my sophomore year and stuck it out through my senior year is new student orientation week. Basically, as a freshman, you get to go a week early and experience the campus by yourself and the city and the surrounding cities. And that week for me as a freshman was the best experience of my life. It really got me acclimated and comfortable being on my own and in college. And I was there as a new student orientation leader sophomore year through senior year, just helping the freshmen come in and get comfortable and learn about our history and have a lot of fun, because Tuskegee, we work hard but play harder. So
thank you. Thank you for sharing. I know I have questions, but we have limited time with our panelists. So I ask, what questions do our scholars have? So you can ask anything you want, okay? If they want to answer, they will. I want to see a thumbs up so that you can get off mute and ask a question. Who's first? Let's be a leader. Let's be the first.
So I see a thumbs up from Talia.
It doesn't matter who answers, but what made you choose Tuskegee after, like over other colleges, like other HBCUs or other options that you had?
I'll answer that. I was living in St. Louis, Missouri at the time, and Tuskegee University was offering my sister and I a scholarship. And that was just based off, they knew what they were going to offer us based off our ACT scores and our GPA. And so they said, here's some money, we'd love to have you. And so I committed to Tuskegee before ever walking on its campus because of that. It's a big deal, but it's the best decision I ever made.
Okay, next question.
Ryan Bates.
Hi, I have 2 questions. So the first question is for the first presenter. And what medical school did you attend after Tuskegee?
That's a very good question. So I didn't finish the story because I just wanted to kind of wrap up really quickly. But what's really important is I did not go to medical school. I pivoted my, my career aspirations at the end of my junior year, although I still stayed a part of that program in the research department until after graduation. But after studying for MCATs, I realized that, wow, I don't know if this is really going to be for me. And so with my professors, you know, encouragement and support, I pivoted to the environmental field. And so I took a couple of courses in environmental science and then wrote a quick research paper on sewage treatment plants and the treatment of sewage water. And then I was recruited using the Career Center right at Tuskegee, and they had such an amazing facility there, and so many employers come to recruit there. And even after graduating, I still was a part of that center, and I was recruited to work for the state of New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, straight out of the center at Tuskegee. So, I mean, that's another piece of advice that I give to you. You know, you may not necessarily know what you want to study, and you may go down a track while you're there. But I finished in 4 years, even pivoting in my degree, moving away from the medical field and going into the environmental science field. So, and I did it all in 4 years.
Wow. Ryan, did you have another question?
Yes, for the second presenter, how did student government work? And like, what did you guys achieve in your years at Tuskegee?
Wow.
Okay. Well, how student government worked was sort of just like your high school student government. The same type of student activism that would be incorporated into your student government. And what we achieved while I was there is we actually did a march on Montgomery. And at the time, it was Governor Wallace who was the governor. So we had a march on Montgomery, Alabama, because he wanted to, and which he actually did, he ran for a second term, and we did not want that to happen. Unfortunately, it did happen, but we were proactive in our protest because he was very, back in the 60s, not pro-Black. So we were able to voice our student opinions, and we voiced them very loudly. So we were able to achieve that, and along with other rights that we would have liked for our freshman class, which was to get rid of the 11 o'clock curfew that we had, the freshman class. So eventually, I guess down the line it was enacted, but not while I was there.
Wow. the things you learn, that's incredible. That's an incredible story to share. Thank you. So given that we have limited time today, we are going to have to stop this portion. However, if our alumni need to leave, I definitely understand, but if you can stay, you will not be disappointed to stay in the session, okay? And at the end of the session, for those who want to stay on and ask more questions, then they can ask you more questions. However, I do realize that some of us need to be other places, and I thank you so much for giving us your time today. Can everybody come off mute and just give our alumni a round of applause, and thank you for helping us to spotlight Tuskegee University.
Thank you so much for having us, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend.
Likewise, thank you. All right, guys, so let's keep it moving. I will go back to sharing. Okay. All right. So let's get into a little bit of work. All right. So our topic of the day is essay writing. Now, what I'm going to go over with you guys might seem like it's a mouthful, and that's okay. You don't have to feel like you need to take notes. I'm going to provide you notes. So the most important thing to me right now is your engagement. Just pay attention and ask the questions that you need to ask, because essay writing, woo, it can be something else, but I'm just going to take you through the high level and some key tips to help you successfully write an essay. All right? Okay. Let's see here. All right. So, look, it's September. And in September for seniors, especially, and I know we have a very diverse group of high schoolers here, but especially for seniors, the college administration, the college admissions process gets activated. So you've prepared, you've been a star student, not only in your coursework, but in your daily activities, your jobs, your sports, etc. Yeah. So when we prepare to apply for college, we've taken our SAT, our ACT, we send in our resume, we filled out an application, and we submit an essay, right? Simple. Yeah, not a problem. Okay, yeah, I get it. So today, look, I'm gonna help you break down what it takes to actually write and create your essay, taking a little bit of stress off your hands. So what is a college essay? And why is one necessary? Does anyone want to tell me what you think an essay is and why it actually is necessary as a component to your college admissions process? Really quickly. You can actually type it into the chat if you like as well.
The college essay gives the school an idea of who you are and what you are involved in.
Absolutely, Taylor. Thank you. Thank you. Taylor is exactly right. It's an opportunity to show the admissions officers who you are apart from your grades and your test scores. And it gives you an opportunity to truly distinguish yourself from the rest of the very talented applicant pool. Most essays are going to range from 250 to 500 words, and they're going to ask you to respond to topics like the ones I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you 7 topics. So here's the first 3. And what they usually call these are prompts, okay? So these are typical essay prompts, which means the questions that you'll get to answer. So the first one, tell your story. Okay, well, do you have a unique background, an identity, an interest, or a talent that is so meaningful that you believe your application would be incomplete without it? You can use this as an opportunity to make admissions officers feel connected to you. Your love of superheroes or bacon chops or your family history are all fair game if you can tie it back to who you are and what you believe in. So guys, my tip to you is if you choose this prompt or this subject matter, you want to avoid a rehash of the accomplishments that you have on your resume or in your application, okay? This is the opportunity to allow them to discover something new about you that they wouldn't see in your typical application, okay? So the second one here is recount a time when you face an obstacle. So we're talking obstacles, right? Thinking about when you faced a challenge, a setback, or a failure. You know, how did it affect you? What did you learn from the experience? If you're trying to show the college as your best self, it might seem counterintuitive, I know, to willingly acknowledge a time that you struggled, but if you think about it, Overcoming challenges really demonstrates your courage, your grit, and your perseverance. So my tips to you on this one is to be honest, but find a way to turn your struggle into a positive. Ms. Dresden, is there a question in the chat? I can't, oh, you're on mute.
Can you, okay, sorry, I was trying to unmute. I was about to text it, yes. Just, Sorority said she had to leave early, but she wanted to thank everyone for allowing her to share her experience.
Thank you. Thank you, absolutely. All right, so challenges. Reflect on a time when you questioned or you challenged a belief or an idea. I think now I feel like in 2020, we're doing a lot of that, right? So if you are a leader in your own right, and you're a thinker, this might be for you. You want to think about reflecting on a time when you questioned or challenged a belief or an idea, and you want to think about what prompted that thinking and what was the outcome, right? We want to focus on times that maybe you stood up to others or an experience where your own preconceived view was challenged. All right, so those are the first three. Any questions about those? Okay, so let's move into the next three. The first one here is problem solving. So I can think of one. It's like describe a problem that you solved or a problem that you'd like to solve in the world, maybe. You want to explain its significance to you and what steps you took or could be taken to identify the solution. My tip to you is to present a situation, show the steps toward the solution, and write about it. Because the admissions officers want insight into your thought processes and the issues that you deal with. So you want to explain how you became aware of the dilemma and how you tackled solving it. Don't forget to explain why the problem is important to you. Okay? The next one, an accomplishment that sparked a period of personal growth. Okay, this is easy, right? Because we're a group of accomplished folks here, right? You want to think about an accomplishment, an event, a realization that sparked a period of personal growth and a new understanding of yourself. So just like before, in one of the earlier prompts with accomplishments, you want to write about anything from a major milestone to a smaller aha moment. You want to describe the event or the accomplishment that shaped you, but take care to also show what you learned. A lot of people are really interested in finding out what you learned and how you grew, okay? See, and the reason why is because the colleges are kind of looking for a sense of maturity and introspection to pinpoint the transformation and demonstrate your personal growth. The last one I have on here is about a passion or something that captivates you. So here is a little bit of free thinking, right? So you want to think about a topic, an idea, or a concept that you find so engaging that you honestly can't think about anything else. And you want to ask yourself, why does it captivate me so much? Or think about what you actually do when you think about it. And you want to focus on what you do to learn more about it. So when you're thinking about passions, I mean, you can write about that. And this, honestly, this prompt is basically an invitation to write about something that you just care a lot about. All right, so we've talked about, we've had those three, and then when we get to our seventh prompt, a lot of times you're gonna see one that it just says, it's real blanket, and it says, hey, just share an essay on any topic of your choice. And this is where you get to do a little bit of free writing, okay? Like if you wrote something really good in English class and your teacher was just like all over the place with it, sharing it with all the other teachers, maybe that's something that you can put in your essay. Or if you wrote a poem and you want to expound on it and unpack what you were thinking at that time to show your personal growth or something, you can write about that too. But typically, these are going to be the 7 prompts that you're going to see when it comes to writing an essay. So let's apply that to real life. Remember, I was on the Tuskegee website and I thought to myself, I'm going to apply for college today. And I went in and I looked at everything that I needed to apply for college, and it had these 2 essay prompts here. So take a look at the essay prompts on here, and I want you to come off mute, and I want you to tell me, pick one, and I want you to tell me in your mind, just thinking about it right off the top, off the cuff, how would you approach the prompts that are here. So the first one says, discuss how the mission of Tuskegee University connects with your career goals. And the second one says, if you could live your life fighting for one cause, what would it be and why? And not only to our scholars, but if any of our mentors who are on the call right now, any of our leaders want to offer something, feel free. This is the time to share. Or do we have to call on you?
Okay, how about Erica Green? We haven't heard from her.
Erica, you there? Okay, let's go to someone else. Maybe she stepped away for a second.
How about Tyra?
Okay, I'll go. For the first question, discussing how the mission of Tuskegee University connects with your career goals, I think that it connects with mine because I feel like we all want to be successful, but at the same time, with what people have gone through in their experience at Tuskegee with people's relationships, I feel like the relationship goals there overall, I feel like they're very important, and that family feeling is really what drives people because yeah, I feel like it's what really drives people. And looking back on many people and how what made them to be, I feel like it was based on sorry, I'm kind of nervous. I feel like it was based on other people believing them, and it's what got them going. For the second question, if I could fight for one cause, it would just be simply showing people what love is. But yeah, simply showing people what love is, because love, I feel like it's the cure to everything.
Tara, thank you. Thank you for that. And I appreciate you also for saying that you were nervous, because I'm sure that a lot of our other scholars in the room are probably nervous too. And that's probably why they didn't come off mute watching all of you guys. But this is a safe space. And how are we going to get better if we don't jump and take risks, okay? And I love the way that you attacked both of those questions. It was off the cuff. She had no idea it was coming, but she at least started. And starting with a draft is where we start, right? And we start jotting down what we're gonna write, and then we revise it to eventually get to that essay, correct? All right, so let me go ahead and move forward because we are running out of time. All right, let me give you a couple helpful tips here. When you are writing an essay, and once again, I will be sending you these notes, here are some things that you wanna do. You wanna write about something that's important to you. You gotta be genuine in this process, okay? Because I mean, we don't plagiarize, we are writing from the heart, and we're writing about what we care about. People can receive how you feel in your writing through your writing. So you wanna make sure you do that. And don't just recount, you wanna reflect. What did you learn? How did it change you? You wanna think about that when you're writing your essay. You wanna avoid jokes. Being funny is a tough job. I'm not a comedian, okay? But so you wanna focus on not doing a joke because you don't know if it's gonna be received the right way on the other end. Just be genuine. And start now, start early and write several drafts. You wanna avoid redundancy. If it's in your application, if it's in your resume, don't write about it. Write about something that can make you more well-rounded. Don't stray away. Answer the question that's being asked and stick to it. It's only 250 to 500 words, and it goes by like that. And get an editor. You wanna have at least one other person edit your essay. And just be you. Write how you talk, write how you speak, okay? And let it be true from you. One point about getting an editor. In the next portion of this session today, we're gonna give you guys a toolkit this year. It's gonna be a digital toolkit. And in there, I'm gonna ask for you to call out some people that are gonna edit your essay, okay? So you need to actually list those people and have their email and have their phone number. It can be one of us, but we are going to all be responsible together to getting you that essay that you need, okay? So you don't have to worry about trying to find an editor. All right, so for those of you who are concerned about formatting, I'm going to be really quick here, but I'll have it in your notes to follow up. The main story that I want to give you from this slide is pay attention to how they ask you to submit your essay. If it's going to be on a Word document or a PDF, or if you have to put it into that little box when you're applying, you have to pay attention to what they need. But if it's going to be in a Word document, you want to focus on having a clear and consistent font, and the size of your font needs to be consistent. And I'll have all those details for you in your notes. Okay? Are there any questions about essays before we move forward? You guys are a quiet bunch. Look, we're going to meet every month, and hopefully you guys will be a little more talkative later. Are there any questions, Dresden? Okay, all right. So, the CAP journey. So it's September, and we're going to do this again. We're going to do this all the way to June. Okay, so each month we're going to meet and we're going to go over a topic, and we're going to advance you forward in getting ready to prepare for college. Okay, and we're going to do this through the hashtag CAP process. Now, CAP is an acronym, and it stands for College Admissions Process. I'm sure you knew that, but I just like to say it all over again, okay? We have a specific goal. Our group, our sorority, has a specific goal, and we have touch points that we need to make sure that you hit in order to, or milestones we make sure you hit in order to get ready for college. And here are some of those milestones. We want to make sure you understand how to go about researching schools and creating a short list. We want to make sure that you know how to write a good essay. Not a good essay, a great essay. We want to make sure that you understand who's responsible for all the different tasks of getting you admitted to your college of your choice. We want you to understand the overview of standardized test preparation, registration, and testing, the financial aid process, and considering when, and all the different considerations deciding when to go to college. Okay, that includes everything from, do you want to go to a big school? Do you want to go to a small school? Do you want to go to a HBCU? Do you want to go to a school in California? Do you want to go to a school that only focuses on IT or medicine, whatever? If you want to go to a school that's overseas, we have to think about all the considerations and all the things that you need to know in order to get to those schools. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. All right. So here's some things that we're going to be doing. I am going to send to you in your email today. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. You're going to get the PDF of this whole session. You're going to get the notes for this whole session. But you're also going to get the application for the CAP sessions. Okay, since we're starting a new year, it's important that everybody gets this application. You got to fill it out, you got to sign it, you have to have your parents sign it, your guardian sign it, and you need to send it back to us so that we can continue this process. Okay, so that's number one. After we get that, we are going to assign you, after we get that, we're going to assign you a mentor. All right, and that mentor is going to work with you through the end of the year. Okay, because your success is our success. So you're going to come every month to our fun sessions where we're going to talk and we're going to get you guys ready to go to school. And we're going to provide you also in this email a digital toolkit. That's right, we have stepped up, we've leveled up, and we're going to give you guys a digital toolkit where you can keep track of your progress to get to school. Okay? All right. I'll give that shameless plug in a second. Let's see what time it is. Okay, so we're working close. All right, I am going to go through the digital toolkit, but I want to get through the rest of the session. And then if you have to leave at 2, you feel free. You're still going to get the digital toolkit, but if you'd like to walk through it and see what it looks like, then stick on. We won't stay for more than 10 minutes after 2, okay? Seniors in the room, these are the things that you really need to focus on right now. We need to focus on getting these things done. You should be narrowing down your list of potential schools. You need to research your scholarships and grants. You need to register to take that your standardized test. You need to fill in the toolkit that I'm going to provide with you. Meet with your school counselor, and also talk to teachers and try to get recommendation letters ASAP and begin writing those college essays. Okay, it's crunch time for you guys. For juniors, you're going to start, actually juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, you're going to start reviewing careers that interest you so that we can narrow down what type of majors we're thinking about. And prepare to, for the juniors, we want to prepare to take the PSAT and the practice ACT. And then all of you should think about attending college fairs, especially right now when they're virtual. It's like you barely got to get out of bed for this one, okay? All right.
Excuse me. I just want to add something for the seniors. The FAFSA opens on 10/1, so on October 1st. So it will be important for them and their parents to start to fill that out as early as possible.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So our next session is going to be in October. It's going to be October 24th, and we are going to spotlight Spelman University. All right. So it's going to be from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock then as well. You'll get that information. And what you can expect over the next couple months is we're going to be talking about these things on the screen. We're going to be talking about resumes and cover letters. We're going to have a professional development series, which is going to be a lot of fun because we're going to have people come in and we're going to ask them questions about their careers and how they got there. We're doing the essay workshop, but we're going to continue to develop that essay and get it ready. And then what to expect when you're planning to go to college. We're going to have a conversation series sessions, and that's going to be a lot of fun because we're going to talk about what's it like to be a freshman? What's it like to be a freshman? And is it true about this whole freshman 15? And am I really going to be sad when I leave home? And when's the next time I'm going to see my parents? Oh my God. And where am I supposed to get money from? So we're going to be talking about all of that. And then also the how did you get there career panels. That's going to be cool too, because we have a lot of resources within our chapter of people who have some really awesome jobs, and you can ask them exactly what it took for them to get there. Okay. All right. So that is our session for today. It is 2 o'clock exactly. I am going to address any questions that you guys have, and then I'm actually going to open up the toolkit so that you can see what you're going to get in your email. If you have to go right now, I say thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in October, okay? But if you stay, let's continue.